So we're getting into extracting data from SAP R3 or SAP ECC. Till last class, okay, as part of basic modeling, you have been extracting data, but it was from flat files. It was from only CSV file. You've been extracting the transaction data from flat file, loading it to cube, or you've been extracting master data attributes or text or hierarchies from flat files and loading it to targets, like attribute table or text table, hierarchy tables. Now, as part of this concept of ECC extraction, we go to learn how do I extract data if the data is available in SAP ECC. Okay, what is SAP ECC? Say SAP BW is one application delivered by SAP, right? Similar way, SAP has got other products like SAP ECC, they call it as, or they also call it as R3 sometimes. Yeah. They have other products like SAP CRM, SAP APO, HCM, PLM, and they've got other products which they call it as SAP Business Suite. All this together they call it as SAP Business Suite. Okay. So generally most of the customers would have their data in SAP ECC, because if he's buying SAP BW, obviously you would have SAP ECC as their transactional systems. So in the real time, this is very frequently used about extracting data from SAP ECC to BW. It's very frequent. That's why most of the interview is done on, when you say extraction, they blindly refer to extracting data from SAP ECC. Because 95% you have requirement of extracting data from ECC to BW, because both are SAP products, and when the customer has got BW, obviously you would have ECC. So you will always have requirement of extract data from ECC to BW, because others, if you look at CRM or DB Connect or web services, they are very simple. It's like straightforward. This is what the complex one. That's why you have most of the questions put onto this part. Okay. Now SAP ECC to BW. Let's say I have a customer who is using SAP ECC as their transaction system, and they are processing all their transactions in the ECC system. So the transaction data is generated in what? ECC, and I would like to extract the transaction data from ECC to BW in a continuous batch job. Every day I need to keep on extracting the data. That's the concept. Na customer ECC product undi, దాంట్లో అన్ని ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ చేసుకుంటున్నాడు, దాని నుంచి నేను BWకి ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయాలి. అది ఎట్లా అని. ఓకే బస్. నౌ before we go on how do we extract from ECC, just an introduction on ECC. Look at this. So this is ECC bus. It looks, the coloring, everything looks similar to your BW, but it's a purpose of this application is different altogether. Okay. What they do is generally ECC is generally grouped into three major things. One is logistics, accounting, and HR. You heard about something like SD module, MM module, FI module. All those are the modules are nothing but application areas as part of SAP ECC. So what they do, the entire ECC is actually grouped into three major parts, three major functional areas. Like one is logistics, accounting, and HR. Okay, boss. So under logistics, you will have all the modules like MM, SD, logistics, production, plant maintenance, customer service, QM, controlling. All this comes under logistics. Okay. Now, when you say accounting, it basically deals with FI, financial accounting, controlling, real estate management, investment management, SCM, like all these banking applications. All this come into what? Accounting. Now HR, normal personal administration, time management, payroll, all this come into what? Environment, health and safety, all this come into what? HR. That's what they have done. Okay. See, the entire ECC application is basically divided into three parts: logistics, accounting, and HR, human resources. Okay. So now what do we have in the logistics center? You should understand like this. In a manufacturing industry, you buy the raw material, you convert the raw material into finished stock, and then you sell it to the customer. From the time you place an order for the raw material and get it delivered to and manufacture it and sell it to the customer, deliver it to the customer, all the transactions between these will go as part of logistics. Once it is delivered, when you start invoicing the customer, that gets into finance part. Okay, so let's say now you're purchasing. Let's say you'll have a module called purchasing, which deals with purchasing of raw materials from different suppliers. So as part your MM consultant will configure the ECC system so that my end users can process the transactions with respect to purchasing department. So you'll have inventory management. Your MM consultant will configure the ECC system so that they can post all the transactions relevant to metal movements. Okay, so SD consultant, he will configure the ECC system so that your end user can start processing all the transactions relevant for sales orders, deliveries, billing and everything. Okay, boss. That's how the SD consultants or MM consultants they do work on ECC. They'll not post the transactions. Once the customer purchases this ECC software, it is just plain. They start customizing it as per the client requirement, and the end users will start doing the posting. Actually, who do the posting of the transaction? The business does it. Your consultants will only configure the system. Okay, boss, fine, clear. So now when you say you want to extract data from ECC, you might have to extract logistics data, or you might have to extract accounting data, or you might have to extract HR data. Clear on this? Okay, good. Now is this ECC product is from SAP or a different company? SAP. What about BW? Is also from SAP. Since both the products are from same company, they hold very tight integration between those. When I say tight integration, for example, say in ECC, I have a field for customer, like say Kunnar. I have an equivalent info between BW saying 0 customer. Let's say in ECC, they have some table with some columns say Kunnar bus. Assuming that they have already planned an info between BW with the name as 0 customer. అక్కడ ఏం ఫీల్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ ఫీల్డ్స్తో ఇక్కడ రెడీమేడ్ బిజినెస్ కంటే ఇన్ఫార్మేటిక్స్ కూడా ఇచ్చేసినాడు. ఓకే, అండ్ లెట్స్ సే ఫ్రమ్ ఈసీసీ డూ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ లాజిస్టిక్స్ ఆర్ అకౌంటింగ్ ఆర్ వాట్ HR data, right? To extract all this, normally if you're extracting from flat file, what is that you do? Tell me. I give you a file, what is that you do? I give you a file and ask you to load it to Cube, what is that you do? You create data, informatics, target is ready, I got Cube, you got file, and then now what is that you do? You create data source, right? So same way for ECC, since both are from the same company, as part of tight integration, they have given you ready-made data sources to extract this. Let's say you want to extract sales orders, there is a ready-made data source available. Let's say you want to extract deliveries, there is a ready-made data source available. Let's say you want to extract billing, there is ready-made data. You want to extract purchasing, you want to extract inventory, you want to extract account receivables, you want to extract accounts payable. నేను కావాలని పదాలు వాడుతున్నా, నీకు ఆ వర్డింగ్ రావాలి. యూ గాట్ గెట్ ఇన్ టు దోస్ ఫంక్షనల్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్. సో లెట్స్ ఐ వాంట్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ కోపర్ డేటా, ఐ వాంట్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ అకౌంటింగ్ డేటా, ఐ వాంట్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ కాస్టింగ్, ఐ వాంట్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్ అకౌంటింగ్ డేటా, లెట్స్ ఐ వాంట్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ quality management, I want to extract payroll data, I want to extract time management data. It could be anything, right? For all this, they have given ready-made data sources for you. SAP knows that customers are going to use BW to extract data from ECC. Knowing that, they have given ready-made data sources and provided tight integration between these two. So once you have data source, what is that you should do? You should use it. So does it make it more simpler? That is it. Flat file extraction is more complex than ECC extraction. For you, flat file extraction is easy. How many of you feel flat file extraction is easy? Easy? So if I give you a file with 500 columns, will it make it easy? You have lot of work to be done. But if I have a table with 500 columns and ready-made data source available, very, very simple. It only takes 10 minutes to extract. So much simpler, okay? Because of both the products on same company. That's it. What tight integration is all about. Clear? Okay. That's why major customers, whoever are using SAP ECC as their transaction system, they are forced to go with BW as their data warehousing solution because of this very good business content data sources delivered by SAP, which can be leveraged by BW, which will speed up your implementation projects. Okay. Okay, you got this point. But BW is not a module as part of this. It's a separate application. And this is ECC is part of business suite. ECC, APO, CRM, HCM, PLM, all this would be, we refer them as suite, business suite. Okay. But BW is part of NetWeaver. Okay. Clear on this till here? Okay. Okay, now you understand what is ECC. Now we are targeting, it's like you don't know much about ECC, but still you know that it's a transaction system, and it basically is divided into three parts: logistics, accounting, and HR. And each of this has got sub modules into it. And when I say each module, refers to one particular department in a business. Okay. And what does SD consultant do? SD consultant will not do posting of the transactions. SD consultant will configure the ECC so that end users can do posting. Who will do the posting of the transactions? SD consultant client business order చేస్తాడు. వానికి కూడా ఒకటి ఆర్డర్ చేసినట్టు అప్పుడు సేల్స్ ఆర్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటాడు. ఎవరికి డెలివరీ ఇస్తాడు, డెలివరీ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాడు. ఎండ్ యూజర్ డస్ ఇట్, బిజినెస్ యూజర్ డస్ ఇట్. ఎవడు ఇంటర్వ్యూలు ఎవడు చేస్తారంటే ఎస్డి కన్సల్టెంట్, అది రాంగ్, ఎత్తిపోతుంది మొత్తం సీన్, దట్స్ రాంగ్. Transactions are created by the end users, not the functional consultants. Functional consultants will only configure the system so that the end users can start doing their postings as per their business. Okay, boss? So now you have been given with an ECC system and you have been given with the BW systems. If I need to extract the data between these two, first thing we need to do is we need to connect them both. Like if you are extracting data from Flatfile, how do you create a source system connection? Same way I need to create a source system connection between ECC and BW. Okay, so this connection is based out of RFC. RFC is a remote function call. Generally we use a T code SM59 to create an RFC connection. We create RFC connections in SM59. Now look at this. I'll show you what I've done. I will get into BW now. I got source systems here. This is a connection which is connecting my R3 and BW. I already have a connection. Right click and say check what did I do. Okay, now look at this. What I've done is, in BW, when you go to the T code SALE, sale, okay, first of all, see, for every SAP installation, it will have something called logical system names. Whenever you install SAP software, it will refer to some logical system names. Same way now my BW should have a name. I'll go here, basic setting, sale, go to the T code sale, basic settings. See, in the real time, no way you will do this. Just how just చూపిస్తాను. So now what is my client in BW I'm using? 001. What is this client logical system name? B74CLNT001. Means this is a name I would basically refer my BW server with. B74CLNT001. Okay, boss? Now similar way, if I go to R3, in R3 I am using client 800, boss. You see this? SALE, yeah, I'll go to sale, basic settings, define logical system. What's my client? 800, boss. That's the client. What is the logical system name? T90 CLNT090. Now ECC has got one name, T90 CLNT090. BW has got one name, B74 CLNT010, which is called, we refer it as logical system name. Okay. Once you get to know the names of both, now let me just take. This is one, and So can I say this is your ECC and this is your BW logical system name. Okay. Now look at what I do. Now in ECC, I will create RFC connection with this name, with the name of what? With BW logical system name, which can remotely log into BW. Then in BW I will create an RFC connection with the name of logical system name of ECC, through which it can remote and enable it so that it can remotely log into what? ECC, so that you can have two-way communications. BW will have a logical system name, ECC will have a logical system name. Then what I will do, in ECC I will create an RFC connection with the name of BW logical system name, which can remotely log into BW, and in BW I will create an RFC connection with the name of ECC logical system name, which can help you to remotely log into ECC. Once these two RFC connections are defined, then I will use those two connection names and create a source system connection for ECC. Clear on this bus? Okay. So to create RFC connection, I use a T code SM59. See, I will show you now. Now, when I get in, when I see T90 CL, is this R3? See, whenever you see it as 800 here, it is what? ECC system. Now, let me see in ECC, which T code was? SM? If I go to SM59, should I, and we have different type of RFC connection, don't, now it is, I am using what? ABAP connection. Now, in this, what is the logical system name of BW bus? D74CLNT. Ante, in ECC, I must have an RFC with this name what? D74CLNT010 is the name. Do I have an RFC here? Double click on this to see the depth. See, I am saying this is my RFC destination name, which is same as my logical system name of BW. And here I have given target host as what? This, which, what is this host name? This, see, server name 35 is what? Server name 35 is what? Sorry. Server name 35 is what bus? BW software, BW server bus. So I said this is a server, connect to system ID 35. So will this log into BW? I can say connection test here. I have basically given the server name of BW, okay, and the system ID of BW server, and the login details, which user it has to log in. So as a connection test, connection is fine. If I say remote login from ECC, I am logging into BW bus. Login అయిపోతుంది. So with the, now like this I got RFC here. Same way, if I go to BW, should I have an RFC connection here? Sorry, in BW, if I go to SM59, I should find a name what with what? With the logical system name of ECC. Get in. Now again, this, for me the server name is same for both. Yeah, but the system number here is what? If I say remote login, now this is connecting to which connection? Which system bus? Which system it is connecting? See, you are in BW now, 001, okay? If I say remote login, it is, you are connecting to what? 800. Remotely you are able to log in also. That's the point. Like this I have RFC connections. So once I have the RFC connections, I can go back to RSA1. You can just right click on say create source systems, and then what? You can go with manual, prefer manual, and then now it will ask you RFC destination name, all this. You start giving your R3 connection name, R3 logical system name in all the three places. It is asking you what is RFC in BW I should use to log in. That is nothing but same as my what? ECC logical system name, and logical system name of ECC is what? Same RFC name itself, and some description. And then I did this, then I got this connection. Like this, based on the RFC connections, we have established a connection between ECC and BW. As soon as you do, the first thing you have to do is, in the real time, you have to start replicating all the settings from ECC to BW. Before you start extracting, once I have the connection established, okay, and it will ask you, do you want to activate? I say activate, okay, fine. It's all ready now, connection is done. Then what happens when you say the option, what is here? Transfer global settings, that is one. So currencies, units, variants, everything. Like say all the content from TW06. You remember TW06 will have units, T currency will have currency codes, TW09 will have fiscal year variants. Everything gets, you'll have same table names in ECC also. From ECC, I would like to bring in, you'll have T currency table in ECC, you'll have T currency table in BW. You'll have TW06 table in ECC, you'll have TW06 table in BW. You'll have TW09 table in ECC, you'll have TW09 table for fiscal year variants in BW also. I need to fill all the content from those tables into my BW. You say select all this and say what? Update tables execute. Like this, it will tell you which table is being built with what data. If you don't do this, so what happens? There will be no and if you look at a BW production system, real system when you installed, you will not have any unit in TW06. For us it is IDES. That's why when you're creating, you are able to find some units like TW06 and some KG already built in available. But if it is real system, when you install real original software, you do not find any data in it, in all those tables. When you do this, see, it has deleted all the data in TW06, extracted 355 and modified all those entries. It has updated those entries in this table, like this. Again, right click, again you bring in all your what? Exchange rates also. Like this, okay? You know about this. Then there's one more important thing what we do is, look at this. Okay. Now, when you're working with flat file, display data source, you know about creating data source, right? Do you create data source under a certain application component? It was just like acting like a fold, like it was just organizing your data sources, right? Same way now, look at this. Did I tell you that for the tight integration between ECC and BW, SAP has delivered you a lot of data sources already? Yes or no? And all those data sources, when they have given you data source, they should have given you like by organizing them based on application components also. When you create a data source with flat file, you create one application component, under that you create data source, right? Same way when SAP has given you data sources, they should have some application components created, under that they would have created some data sources. Flat file up నువ్వు ఎట్లయితే ఒక అప్లికేషన్ కాంపోనెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసి దాని కింద డేటా సోర్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తావో వాడు ఎస్ఏపీ వాడు కూడా రెడీమేడ్ డేటా సోర్స్ ఇచ్చినాడంటే వాడు కూడా కొన్ని అప్లికేషన్ కాంపోనెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసి దాని కింద ఆ డేటా సోర్స్ చేసి ఇచ్చింటాడు అన్నట్టు. అంతే కదా. ఐ కెన్ ఫైండ్ దిస్ నౌ ఇన్ ఈసీసీ. దిస్ మై ఈసీసీ సిస్టమ్. యూ కెన్ ఫైండ్ ఆల్ ది డేటా సోర్సెస్ డెలివర్డ్ by SAP in RSFI. All, when I say delivered by SAP, it is business content. In ECC, you can find all the ready-made data source delivered by SAP in RSA 5 rupees. When I go in, see, one way of finding it is this way, okay? SAP, let's say, let me explain it. So, this was folders, SAP R3. Then again what? SD. I find some data. Again under SD I got SDIO. Again some master data sources. Are you seeing like folder? That is nothing but your application components. So what I want is, before I bring in those data sources to BW, I must make sure what are the application component hierarchy I have got. What are the structure of the complete application components I have got. I must bring it to BW. I must replicate the structure of components, because Chudubas, in ECC they had a component and they had a data source. If I need to bring this data source, should I have the component also coming to data source? So before you work out with any of the data source, I must bring in complete application component hierarchy into BW. Okay. Now how do I do this? Now this is my source system connection in BW. Right click. You say you have option called, what is this here? Customizing extractors. General inko point emonte. See. In ECC, anything you want to do with respect to BW, it will be all in the T code, SBIW T code. Now let's say I go into ECC here. What is this T code? SBIW. This is a T code. Okay. So you find this. Okay. Now go back. చూడు బస్ ఈసీసీలో బీడబ్ల్యూకి సంబంధించి నువ్వు ఏం చేయాలన్నా అది టీ కోడ్ ఎస్బీఏడబ్ల్యూ. ఎనీథింగ్ యూ వాంట్ టు డూ ఇన్ ఈసీసీ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు బీడబ్ల్యూ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షన్, ఎనీథింగ్, ఎవ్రీ ఆప్షన్ యూ వుడ్ ఫైండ్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ఎస్బీఏడబ్ల్యూ ఆఫీస్. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుంది చూడు. నా వెన్ ఐ సే రైట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ దిస్ ఈసీసీ అండ్ సే ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ వాట్ ఇస్ customized extractors, it obviously jumps to SBAW T code of in which system article policy. Okay, it's failing, but it actually comes to which T code? SBW like this, and you get into business content extract. What is it you wanted to do? You want to give the complete application component there. Then what do you do? There's option transfer what? Application component hierarchy. Just click this option and say what? Do you really want content? Yes. Then the entire application component hierarchy will be transferred to what? The BW. Not the data sources, only the hierarchy of the application component. Now I can come back. If you right click and say now what? Display data source tree. So do I see this now? RSA file we had SAP, then we had something about what? You remember we had a folder what? SAP R3. Under this folder we had what? SD, and we had some data. Under SD we also had one more component called what? SDIO for mass data. So did we get that same application component hierarchy into BW? That is how you customize it. Okay, numbers fine. So this is the kind of settings you do to establish the connection between ECC and BW. Done? Clear? Okay. Okay, numbers. Yeah. So before I personally feel flat file extraction is more complex than ECC. I personally feel. I don't know how you feel, but I feel it like that. So before I get on to ECC, I just wanted to give you major difference. No one would ask you what is the difference between flat file extraction and ECC, but this will not hold true now, and that point does not hold true. Actually, if it is 3.5, in case of flat file extraction, we never create data source. It generates data source automatically. So that was a difference. But now as it is, in case of flat file, are you creating data source? Even in case of ECC, if you want to create data source, or you can use a data source what is defined by SAP. Anyway, it is okay. Now, from SAP ECC, I use R3 ECC. Anything should be same for okay. When you want to extract data from ECC to BW, do you extract mass data or do you extract transaction data or both? Both. Same how you could do with flat file. Even from ECC, I would do with mass data and transaction data also, because నేను ముందు బ్యాచ్లో ఓన్లీ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ చూపిస్తుంటే వాళ్ళు పోయి ఇంటర్వ్యూలో వీ కెన్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ఓన్లీ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ అని చెప్పినాను. సో ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ క్లాసెస్ ఐ యూస్ టు focus more on extracting logistics data, transaction data. Then they said in the interviews they thought only transaction. They said we can extract only transaction data. ECC will have mass data as well as transaction data, and you can extract mass data as well as transaction data also. Now when you want to extract mass data, what do we have? Mass data extract చేయాలంటే what are the options I have? So when you have to extract the mass data, we have only two options. One is generic extraction, one is business content. Means let's say in BW I would like to, from ECC I would like to extract customer attribute data and load into customer attribute table. I know that customer attribute data is in a table called KNA1. In ECC, let's say all my customer attribute data is in KNA1 table. So I would like to extract the customer data from KNA1 table and load into customer master in BW. That's my requirement. I have two options here. One is, when I say business content data source, the data source is ready-madely delivered by SAP. That is one option. And when I say generic, there is no. When I say generic, you go about creating your own custom data source. అర్థమైందన్న. సో నువ్వు మాస్ డేటా ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయాలంటే రెండు పద్ధతులు. ఒకటి వచ్చేసి ఎస్ఏపీ రెడీమేడ్గా ఇచ్చిన డేటా సోర్స్ అన్నా వాడుకోవాలి. రెడీమేడ్గా ఇచ్చిన డేటా సోర్స్ నీకు సాటిస్ఫై కాలేదనుకో, నీ సొంతంది క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. అదే రెండు ఆప్షన్స్. So using the ready-made data source delivered by SAP would be your business content data source. Yeah, and using the data, if you want to extract data using a custom data source, it means you are creating data source on yourself. There are two ways you can do with master database. Okay, boss. But when you say business content data source, it will be in which version, boss? Delivered version or active version? Any business content object which is delivered by SAP would be in delivered version. If I need to use it, what should I do? I need to install it. When I install the data source, what happens? It creates a copy of the data source into what? Active version. Then we can start. You can only use Orbit if it is in which version? Active. But all the data sources delivered by SAP would be in which version? Delivered version. So I need to install the data source so that it creates a copy of the data source into what? Active version. Then we can start using it. That is one option. So simple. Business content extraction will be straightforward. You go to RSA-5, select your data source, install the data source, replicate the data source, connect the data source, load it. Ante. Suppose if it is generic extractors, then what should I do? Let's say I wanted to extract some data for sales region. I don't have any ready-made data source for sales region, let's say, or profit center data I want to extract. There is no ready-made data source for it. Then what I need to do is I need to create my own custom data source. I need to create my own custom data source and use the data source and extract the data. Ultimately, any extraction, whether it is ready-made data source or custom, anything, ultimately we need to have data sources. Either you create the data source or the data source ready-made delivered by SAP, ultimately you should have a data source, or we can use the word data source, extractor, anything is same. Data source anna vadochu padam, we can also say extractor also is same. Okay, neighbors? So ready-made data source anna undalla, or you go creating your own custom extractor. These are two ways you can do with master database. Now my question, from ECC can we extract hierarchies also? Yes, we can also extract hierarchies also. Okay. Now we are coming on to transact. If I need to extract my transaction data, then what do I have? Master data only two options, either business content or what? Custom, generic extractor. Now when it comes to transaction data, we have multiple ways of doing it. What they have done is, they basically classified it into two major parts. One is application specific, cross application specific. What do you mean by application specific? Let's say, మన మాడ్యూల్ అంటాం కదా, SD మాడ్యూల్, MM మాడ్యూల్, they refer them as applications. SD as one application, MM as one application, FI as one application, CO as one application. They refer each module as one application. When you want to extract data of certain application, say I would like to extract data for SD, I would like to extract data for purchasing, I would like to extract data for inventory, I would like to extract data for quality management. When you want to extract data with respect to certain application or certain module, then we go with what? Application specific extractors. Okay. And let's say when I say cross application, let's say you want to extract certain data which actually does not belong to any particular application but does actually belong to multiple applications. It is cross. Then you go into what? Cross application specific extractors. నువ్వు ఒక అప్లికేషన్ సంబంధించిన డేటా ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయాలంటే అప్లికేషన్ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షన్ లేక వస్తావు. అది రెండు మూడు అప్లికేషన్ సంబంధించిందంటే దెన్ యూ గెట్ ఇట్ వాట్? క్రాస్ అప్లికేషన్. బట్ ఐ విల్ చేంజ్ దిస్ డెఫినేషన్ లేటర్, బట్ ఫర్ నౌ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్ లైక్ దిస్. Then when you want to extract the application specific data, you'll have two major types. One is BW content extractors and what? Custom generated extractors. Now when you say BW content or business content means what? Ready-made data source delivered by SAP, I just have to install it and replicate the extract. Okay, boss? That is how you'll have business content data source. Business content, you'll have data source ready-made delivered by SAP, we just have to install it and start extracting the data. That is the option. Next, you'll have custom generated extractors. When you say customer generated, don't get into understanding say where we create. Customer generated is not what we create. What SAP does is, in some scenarios, SAP knows everything, but it cannot generate a data source. So what it does is, it provides the entire environment for creating a data source and leaves it to you. And we use that environment and generate a data source. That is customer generated data source. కొన్ని సినారియోస్లో వాడు ఎస్ఏపి వాడు రెడీమేడ్ డేటా సోర్స్ చేసి ఇవ్వలేడు అన్నాడు. కొన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. దెర్ ఇస్ సమ్ లిమిటేషన్స్. ఇన్ సమ్ సినారియోస్ ఎస్ఏపి కెనాట్ క్రియేట్ డేటా సోర్స్ ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ అండ్ గివ్ యూ. So in some scenarios like FI, special ledger, COPA, yeah, in these two cases they cannot really create a data source for you and readily give it to you. There is some limitation, I will tell you later. So what SAP done is, SAP creates the entire environment and just leaves it the last step of generating for you. You just use that environment and generate a data source for data source. Who does it? We do it. That is called as customer generated extractors. Business content extractors అంటే మొత్తం రెడీమేడ్గా అన్ని డేటా సోర్స్ రెడీ చేసి వాడిచ్చాడు, మనం ఊరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకుని వాడుకోవాలి. కస్టమర్ జనరేటెడ్ అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కోపాకు ఉంది. వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇస్ నెసెసరీ ఫర్ జనరేటింగ్ కోపా డేటా సోర్స్ ఈస్ గివెన్ ద ఎంటైర్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్. You just have to use that environment and generate your data source. That comes as part of customer generated extractors. ఆ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ వాడుకుని మనము డేటా సోర్స్ని జనరేట్ చేస్తాము అనేది కస్టమర్ జనరేటెడ్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్టర్, అది కాన్సెప్ట్. ఓకే బస్, ఫైన్. సో under customer generated mainly we focus on FISL, special ledger, and there's something called COPA. LIS is already outdated. We used to spend almost 7 days only on LIS. అందుకే అప్పుడు కోర్స్ 5 months ఉంది. Now there's no one who is referring to LIS at all. So మనకు 7 days తగ్గినట్టు టైం అది. ఓకే, that will touch the difference. I will not show you complete extraction process, but when I'm referring to LO extraction, I'll tell you why we came to LO, what was the problem with LIS, and the conclusion part I'll discuss it. Okay, so now you understand what is business content and customer generated. Then we have something about generic extractor. That's what we were referring to previously for master data. When I say generic extractor, there's no environment, no data source. You create it from scratch. You create your own custom extractors. That is what generic. So you can create your own custom extractors. That is what generic extraction, by using table, by using database table, by using view, by using a domain, by using function model, by using info set. Either of these 5 based on 5 objects like this. Let's see, in ECC I have a database table. I can create a generic extractor on table. Let's see, in ECC I want data from multiple tables. I can join those tables with the help of view, database view, and create a data source on the view. Let's say there is complex logic I want to extract. I can use function model. I can use info set query. I can use domain. So on all these 5 objects I can create my generic extraction. We'll see when you get into generic ante when the data source what we create from the scratch. There's nothing delivered, no environment, nothing is being delivered by SAP. You deal with the data source from the start. That is what custom generic extractors. Okay, so now when you say you're learning, when you say you're going to learn about extracting transaction data, first we learn about generic extraction with all the 5 variations. How to extract data using generic extraction with the table, generic extraction with view, generic extraction with info set, generic extraction with the domain, generic extraction using function model. 5 extraction. Even if you understand each extraction has one set of procedure, ఇవన్నీ ఫిక్స్డ్ స్టెప్స్ అన్న. ఎవరు రాత్రి చేసినా, పొద్దున్న చేసినా, రియల్ టైంలో చేసినా, ఇక్కడ చేసినా ఎవడో ఒకటే స్టెప్సే మొరటంగా. అసలు దిర్ ఇస్ నో లాజిక్ అట్ ఆల్ ఇన్ ఇట్. ఇట్స్ ఆల్ ఫిక్స్డ్ స్టెప్స్. ఓకే, సో 5 different procedures there. Okay, next, when it comes to customer generated, we focus on FISL and COPA. So again, FISL will have different set of extractions and COPA will have different set of procedure. అదొక ప్రొసీజర్, ఇదొక ఫిక్స్డ్ ప్రొసీజర్ అన్న. ఎవరు చేసినా ఒకటే. Again 2 sets of procedures now. Now when it comes to business content extractions, LO would have different procedure and all others would have different procedure. Again 2 different procedures here. So 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Totally 9 types of extractions you go to learn, which will cover the entire scenario of master database. Same way we get into what? Master data, and 9 scenarios for 2 scenarios for master and 9 scenarios for what? Transaction. But generic extraction is all same for here and here, and the business content here and here is same. So mostly if you learn about, if you look at the 9 different procedures or 9 different extractions, then we are done. Fixed steps అన్న. మనకు అలవాటు కదన్న. We are used to just going through in the night and writing exams. That is how you should do with the extraction. In the class you should listen perfectly. Just practice once and keep it ready. Maintain all the documentation, keep it ready. Before the interview, just in the night, just go through once and then pay. But reporting, you have to practice every day. You have to practice. Extraction is fine. You can just look at only one day before the interview. You're fine. But you're okay to look at that one day before interview if you're listening to class perfectly. Otherwise, no. Okay, was fine. Okay, it's all fixed procedure. Okay, now.